Welcome to International Narratives, the podcast where history's most powerful nations come to life, one story, one season at a time. I'm your host, Johnny Young, and you're listening to the Season 1 introduction of International Narratives titled The Birth of a Nation, Key Moments in Early American History. This is the story of how a group of scattered colonies transformed into a new and independent nation, and how that transformation continues to shape the world today. This season isn't just about battles and founding fathers, it's about rebellion, revolution, and resilience, and the many voices that made America, from the famous to the forgotten. So plug in your headphones and press play on the past. This season, we'll explore how the United States came into being, not in a single moment, but through a turbulent and ongoing process of trial, error, and evolution. We'll begin in the colonial world long before 1776, where indigenous nations, enslaved Africans, European settlers, and political refugees collided and coexisted. Then we'll move through the Enlightenment, the rise of revolutionary thought, and the spark that ignited the American Revolution. We'll trace the writing of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, follow the young republic through Civil War and Reconstruction, and dig deep into the contradictions that defined and still define this country's founding ideals. Each episode will focus on a specific theme or moment: major political and military milestones, iconic leaders like Washington and Lincoln, forgotten heroes, reformers, and everyday people, debates over freedom, representation, and justice. This season offers a panoramic view of early America, from power struggles to personal stories, from the soaring promises to the painful paradoxes. Let's talk about why this season matters. The phrase birth of a nation suggests a single, powerful moment, but history rarely works that way. The United States was not born in 1776. That date marks a declaration, not a destination. The journey to American nationhood spans decades, and it's filled with complexity. What does it mean to declare all men are created equal while upholding slavery? How do immigrants and indigenous people fit into the story of a so called unified America? Why do some moments become historical landmarks while others are left out? This podcast is about peeling back those layers. We won't just recount history, we'll examine it. We'll ask hard questions, and we'll connect the dots between the past and the present, politically, socially, and culturally, because the echoes of early America are still with us. Throughout this season, you'll hear about the figures you know, but you'll also meet ones history tends to leave out. Women like Mercy Otis Warren and Sojourner Truth, who challenged the status quo, Black Americans who fought for a freedom they were denied, Native Americans, nations that resisted and redefined the meaning of survival, immigrants, laborers, and thinkers whose voice shaped the soul of the Republic. We'll approach each story with respect, curiosity, and a commitment to telling it fully, not just through monuments and textbooks, but through the lived experience of the people who made it happen. Because America's origin story isn't just about what happened, it's about who tells it. And here at International Narratives, we believe the best way to understand power is to understand how it began. This season will be honest, at times uncomfortable, but always thought provoking. But above all, it'll be human. You don't need to be a historian to enjoy this podcast. You just need a curiosity and an open mind. Whether you're a student, a teacher, a lifelong learner, or someone who simply loves a great story, this season is for you. Each episode will guide you through the early American experience with clarity, insight, and heart, all around in rigorous research and inclusive storytelling. You'll come away not just knowing what happened, but why it matters. So here's your invitation. This is International Narratives. This is The Birth of a Nation, Key Moments in Early American History, and this is just the beginning.